By the way, Alex was almost kicked out of Six Flags, and I talked her back in. Alex was caught with drugs on the way into Six Flags in her bag, and then they were kicking her out, and then I walked over to the lady.
And then they found more in her pussy.
Yeah. I walked over there, and I said to the lady, I was like, look, come on, what are we doing here? She was like, all right, go get changed. She can come back in. And they put her name in at the end of the day because of me.
Yeah, they want money at this point.
It was
nobody's
Also,
going to these
everybody
places.
working at Six Flags is definitely high.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was also incredibly funny to watch both Lewis and Alex being lectured by like this tiny blonde girl who was probably 22.
Yeah. Alex was retarded. The whole trip was sort of retarded. Then what happened was we got on. Which ride was it that we almost got kicked off? Was it King Ka?
Yeah, it was the first ride.
So we waited forever to get on King Ka, and then Brian. What actually happened was these assholes started passing around a vape pen while they were on the ride. Okay, this is really what happened. I didn't even realize this. I thought Brian was being falsely accused of something. But Brian was actually doing way worse than they even accused him of.
No, he didn't take the vape pen. It was just Tom, Joey, and
Tom,
fucking
Joey,
Dylan.
these assholes were passing around a vape pen on the back of King Ka, right? They were about to go out. We waited forever to get on this ride. Right before we got on, they were about to stop launching the ride. Like, it was a whole to-do. King Ka, there's like a curse for me to get on this fucking ride, okay? We get on it. We're on the ramp about to launch, and then they go, pull it back, and they pull it back in, and they pull Brian off the ride, and they're like, yeah, he's got a phone. They were just retarded, and they saw somebody with long hair, probably Joey, with something in his hand. But Brian was freaking out. He was like, I don't have a phone. I don't have a phone. And that became a thing where, like, it was all of our friends on one ride being like, come on, he doesn't have a phone.
There's 11 of us on this ride.
Yeah, and
He's actually got drugs.
They held it in the thing, and they were like, he's got to go down, and show us that his phone's in. And then I started cursing at them somehow. I was like, come on. I was like, because you're fucking retarded ass, blind bitch, fucking, stupid ass fucking spotter saw something that wasn't there. She did. Completely saw drugs. Yeah. I was like, we got to kick my friend off the ride. And then this one guy named Steven, who was, maybe not a day over 16 years old.
Manicured eyebrows, though.
5 foot.
Which Jersey.
5'5".
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They start early.
112 pounds. But this kid, this is like his fourth year working at Six Flags. He's a supervisor now. The confidence this kid had with me. He goes, you going to talk to my coworkers that way? You. Out.
Wow.
That's what he did. And then I go, make me. And then he goes, oh, yeah? And then he unbuckles my thing and pulls up the thing. And then I go like this. I cross my arms and I was like, all right, move me, Steven. And then he looked at me. And we stared at each other for probably 3 seconds. And then I just watched all of his confidence deflate. Because he knew that this was going to be... I was shutting down King Ka for the day. Nobody was riding King Ka. If I was getting off that roller coaster after waiting on that line, after not getting flash passes because my fucking... my pussy-ass crew that didn't have the balls to fucking work flash passes out of me... I was shutting down King Ka for the fucking day. It wasn't going off. Nobody else was getting King Ka. And at that point, all the rest of the crowd was getting restless behind us. Like, everyone's waiting to get on the ride. So they started getting on our side. And then they started booing.
Really?
Yeah, they started booing the staff.
Well, to be fair, first they started booing us.
Yeah, that's what I...
Let's tell the story
I do.
correctly. And then somebody smartly started a let them ride chant.
Was that Dylan?
Yeah, it was either Dylan or Tom.
No, I looked over and I just see her going in. Also, you literally said out loud, you screamed, you go, no one's riding this ride today if we're not riding. You said that out loud.
Oh, yeah.
You said
I wasn't kidding. I looked at the security guard, the manager, everybody. I was like, nobody's riding this ride if we're not riding. So just understand what you're dealing with. You could just 8 seconds, we're gone. We're off to fucking Joker the ride, baby boy. You don't got to think about us ever again. 8 seconds, or it can be hell. And it could be like your longest day you've ever had at fucking Six Flags. I'm telling you right now, I really turn into a Puerto Rican in those moments.
I hear people just start yelling like, come on, like, let's go already. I just look over, I just go, let him on. And after that, it was within 10 seconds, Brian was back on the ride.
The thing is, they had it was less than a 20% chance. Any other person other than Lewis or Brian that they had said you off the ride would have just been like, all right.
I guess I got to get off.
Anybody else? And
They picked the two worst.
They picked him, and then that just set him, like, no matter who got taken off the ride, he was going to get set off, right?
Yeah.
So it was like
I get very defensive over my friends, as you guys all know.
Yeah.
Would you have hit that child if he would have tried to forcibly remove you from the ride?
Was he a jacked little?
No. He was a dweeby little
he
boy.
was a dweeb. He just had really nice eyebrows.
Really?
He was a dweeby little boy.
The eyebrows usually come with like triceps and shoulders.
I think they installed the eyebrows first, and then it's like Super Saiyan. It's like the hair, and then you get the muscles.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Would I have hit the kid? Not that I would have hit him. He just wasn't getting me off the ride.
It's the kind of thing where you probably could have seriously hurt that kid if he was trying to get you up, and then you just stood really fast.
Yeah,
Like, I was just getting up, like he told me to, and he would
Yeah.
have hit the back of his head on the
I
front
can't
of
even
it.
explain to you. Like, it was a little boy. I couldn't have hit him. Like,
But there was
nobody
a
would have been
security
okay
guard
with that.
there also, you said, right?
There
There's
was
a big
two.
fat
And he's not doing
woman.
shit.
It was
a big fat
There was
woman.
a fat woman and a fat dude.
None of these people, like, the problem with security like that, when you hire security, you do not need a tiny boy, a fat woman, and a fat man. You need somebody who's going to be able to handle a fucking savage.
The dude showed up with one of those grabber things that old people used to get cans
No.
down and shit.
Yeah, I
and it
thought
just
he was gonna like grab me by my collar or ear with the grabber, and I was like, "What are you? I'm going to literally put this in your ass if you come near me."
What
with
is that like?
That's a
You're
good
like, oh, we
version of a
can't find
taser.
anybody who's muscular. Fat will.
Are you
do.
gonna give
That's
me a
fine.
Tweety Bird off the top shelf? Like,
Fat is probably worse than skinny and small. Honestly, like you want somebody that's not gonna get out of breath after a minute. All you got to do is fucking, these security guards just fucking circle a little bit, lateral movement. Minute later, we're running the rides. Let's do whatever we want.
Welcome to
crazy.
Lewis World.
Doggy, I'm telling you right now, it just wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. What would I have done? Chris, what would you have done? That little kid comes up. He says, "You're getting off the ride."
I would have probably done the same thing you did. I mean, it was like me and my chick, I probably would have gotten up, but
With the whole crew?
not with the whole crew. Couldn't have done it.
Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, imagine that little kid bitched me out in front of my crew. Everyone would have quit. Nobody would have showed up for work again. I had to show. My
if you
business
would have gotten up and that kid would have just cracked his neck and just fucked you up.
fucking laid me out.
This
on
would be
video,
this would be
everyone
Dylan's
videotaped
show.
it.
I would have came in to co-host Dylan's show.
Yeah, I had to see. I run Gas Digital very differently. I run it like same way street gangs run their like criminal enterprises. I can't be physically outmatched.
Can we get a
Right.
skateboard ramp like the Foot Clan?
I would love that.
If you show weakness, you have to be like Tony Soprano in that episode where he fucked up the big young guy. You know what I'm talking about?
I've only watched 2 seasons of
Yeah, I know what you're
yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
He has he has health problems and everybody sees him as weak. So the next day he comes in, picks out the biggest guy in his crew and just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Then like throws up blood in the bathroom because he's ill. You
Yeah,
have to
that's
do
me.
that.
That's what you're
me.
gonna do to Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a great time beyond that though. Beyond all the shenanigans. Oh, then at one point we tried to go buy like waters and sodas from like a thing.
It was right after that.
Yeah, and then it was right after that. It was because everything happened with the first like hour at the park. We were just raising hell, and then right when we were about to buy, the register broke. This was crazy. This was like we were on something. I have no idea because the register broke, and we were like, "Well, I guess we're just taking these." And the girl's like, "Well, you can't." We're like, "Well, I'm sorry. Fix your register." And we all just walked away. We bullied the Six Flags employee into stealing sodas, and we just all.
Jesus Christ.
Now, mind you, this isn't regular Six Flags, right? Like, this was like Six Flags during pandemic. So the only people there besides us was like the hood, and every white person was wearing a hunting gear. You know what I mean? Like, it was that level of people
Yeah.
in the park, and we were by far the worst behaved.
Definitely, we were
Several
we were,
40-year-old men
we
and a
were-
couple of younger women.
all of the riffraff. All the riffraff was us.
Just bullying teenagers
Yeah.
and stealing sodas.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great, though. I had a great time. I'm going to go back there tomorrow with my son. I'm going to get jumped in front of my son now.
Yeah. Go find that teen.
You're like, where your boys at? And they
Yeah.
just fuck you up.
Dude, there's posters of you all over that amusement park now.
Probably.
That fat dude just gives you a colonoscopy with the grabber thing.
Yeah. It was a great time, and I am very excited. I need a ride. If anybody wants to drive me and my son to Six Flags, 2 tickets in it for you. 2 tickets. Oh, look at Joey. Look at Joey's back. Joey's back in now, baby boy. Yeah.
You're going to get him fast passes?
Well, his chick won't go on any of the rides, so yeah, I'll get Joey a flash pass. Okay. Sure, why not?